How would you like to take a driving test without getting into a car? Young Drivers of Canada and State Farm Insurance invite you to click on to a new and challenging web-based program that'll rate your skills against 6 average Canadian drivers. It's the National Driving Test 2011, based on an interactive European test of your brain's ability to assess the risk of a crash in driving situations.
I am probably not as cautious a driver as I would like to be, but it's something that you can always work on.
The program can also train your brain to improve your driving ability and spot that risk no matter where it comes from.
Idiot drivers is a risk.
Each of the drivers you'll see in the National Driving Test was exposed to a number of risk situations. In each case, they were asked to identify 2 things.
There's a car following us very closely.
The level of risk in that situation and the particular source of the risk.
I feel like slamming the brakes on, but I won't.
Also, the driver is asked to respond appropriately. You'll get to compete interactively on Bell Simpatico in the same manner, identifying the level of risk by clicking on this meter and then by clicking on the specific source of the risk. Points are awarded for each correct response, and at the end of each program, you'll be able to measure your skill against the tens of thousands of other online participants across the country.
Jesus Christ, I'm sorry. That was my fault.
Unfortunately, in the last few years, a new and dangerous type of impaired driving has emerged, commonly known as distracted driving. These days, drivers are distracted by many electronic devices like phones, iPods, car stereos, GPS. But even food or a cup of coffee can make a driver as dangerous as a drunk driver, with potentially fatal results.
Had Travis been chatting with his friends in the car, this might have resulted in a head-on collision.
You did know what to do.
The test will deal with the full range of challenges drivers face, with a special focus on distracted driving.
This close call would have certainly been a collision if the driver was momentarily distracted by looking at a passenger or by reaching for a beverage.
The National Driving Test 2011 features state-of-the-art driving scenarios, cognitive assessment games, and hidden cameras. The purpose of the test is to enlighten, entertain, and encourage you to re-examine your driving habits.